Hey guys, what's up? Marco1 here, and I'm back bringing you guys some more Pro Overwatch news. So, we're doing another... this is mostly what we're going to be doing till the Overwatch League starts, but we're doing another roster analysis, and today we're doing who I ranked as the 6th seed. The first playoff spot is New York Excelsior, which I'm sure a lot of people would be surprised at me ranking them so low, but let me make my case after we go over their roster. Anyway, New York Excelsior's roster consists of DPS players Sabiobli, Libero, and Flower. Their tanks are Meko, Janus. I know it's not Janus, but I don't know how to pronounce it, like Janus. I'll just say Janus. So Meko, Janus, and Mono. And then for the flex players, they have Pine, and their healers, they have Jonark and Arc. Jonak and Arc, I think. Anyways, in the preseason, they went 1-1. They had a 3-1 win over the 3-1. I think it was 3-1 or 3-2 win over the Boston Uprising, and I think they had a 3-1 loss to Seoul Dynasty, something like that. So, let's go over their roster, their players, and their old teams and achievements. First of all, I'm just going to say New York Excelsior is made from the core of Luxury Watch Blue. So, for their DPS, we'll start with their DPS as per usual, and number 9 is Sabiobli. He's 22 years old. I'm probably butchering his name, but hey. Sabiobli is a Korean Tracer player and is considered as one of the best DPS in the entire world. If you hear a buzzing, by the way, it's just my space heater. It's freezing in my room, or in this room, so I need to have it on, so I'm sorry. He's constantly put up top-tier performances, Sabiobli, that is, and was almost guaranteed a spot on an Overwatch League team. Sabiobli has played for Accuracy and Maximum, Luxury Watch Blue, and Team South Korea 2017. Results for Luxury Watch Blue. In Apex Season 1, they finished 5th through 8th with an 0-3 loss to BK Stars. In the Intel Extreme Masters Season 11, finished 1st with a 3-1 win over Lunatic High. Apex Season 2, they finished 3rd with a 3-1 win over Meta Athena. Apex Season 3, they finished 5th through 6th, going 1-2 in the second group. And in Apex Season 4, they were disqualified because they dropped out of the tournament. So in the with South Korea, the 2017 World Cup, they finished 1st with a 4-1 win over Canada. Sabiobli has a lot of experience playing the best and can help New York play the best single-handedly. He really is going to be considered one of the best Tracer players in the league, if not one of the best DPS players in the entire league. So, to their next DPS is number 21, Pine, who's 20 years old. Pine is a Korean DPS and is a great hit scan who can also play projectile as well. He can pretty much play any DPS at a high level and has done so time and time again. Pine has played for Luxury Watch Red and Luxury Watch Blue. And for Luxury Watch Red, he only played Tier 2 stuff, but then he got moved up to Luxury Watch Blue's roster in Season 3 for Apex. So, with Luxury Watch Blue, Apex Season 3 finished 5th through 6th with a 1-2, going 1-2 in the second group, and in Apex Season 4 they got disqualified for dropping out. Pine never led Luxury Watch Red to Apex, but they were close on so many occasions. He was a standout DPS in Korea and seems to be hardworking as anyone. I obviously have to say seems to be because I don't know them personally. Moving on to their next, obviously it's their star player, Flower, who's 17 years old. Flower is a Korean DPS god and is known as possibly the best hit scan in the entire world, and best DPS player in the entire world. He is hard to shut down and is ineligible to play for the whole first season due to his age. At least that's what I've heard. I've heard that he's ineligible for the whole first season. Not sure if that's true or not. But anyways, whole first season, possibly for his age. At least he'll be out until May. So he played for Luxury Watch Red. So his results in the Intel Extreme Masters, he finished 1st because that was a mixed roster of Luxury Watch Red and Blue. Intel Extreme Masters, they finished 1st with a 3-1 win over Lunatic High. And with Luxury Watch Blue, he finished in with Apex Season 2, they finished 3rd with a 3-1 win over Meta Athena. Apex Season 3, 5th through 6th, going 1-2 in the second group. And Apex Season 4, they were disqualified. And with Team South Korea in the Overwatch 2017 World Cup, they finished 1st with a 4-1 win over Canada. A lot of these players are going to have repeat results, as most of them played for Luxury Watch Blue. Flower is an amazing DPS hero, and without him, the Excelsior might not be lost, but they're gonna hurt for a while for not having his amazing DPS. I'm not saying that they're gonna be bad, but they're definitely gonna miss him. So for the flex players, number 10 is Libero. Libero is a South Korean DPS flex player. He is expected to play DPS, however he can sub in on off tanks as well. He's known for his flexibility on many off-meta heroes for really wonky comps. Libero has played for Quix X in Meta Athena. With Meta Athena in the Apex Season 2, they finished 4th with a 1-3 loss to Luxury Watch Blue. Apex Season 3, they finished 7th through 8th, going 0-2 in the second group stage. And in Apex Season 4, they finished 13th through 15th, going 0-3 in their group. Libero's has a lot of experience climbing to Tier 1 in Korea, and is experienced falling from their heights, and this can help bring much needed insight to the New York roster and how to avoid falling off from one of the top teams. Like, I know I have them ranked as top 6, I'll explain this at the end. For me calling them a top team and saying they're going to barely scrape into the playoffs, I'll tell you why at the end. So their next flex player is number 11, Meko, who's 20 years old. Meko is a Korean flex tank who I don't have too much data on, as I don't remember his performances too well. Like personal data, like the first part. I know he played for Luxury Watch Blue, and that's all he's played for. So results for Luxury Watch Blue in Apex Season 1, he finished 5th through 8th with an 0-3 loss to BK Stars. Intel Extreme Masters Season 11, finished 1st with a 3-1 win over Luna Takai. Apex Season 2, they finished 3rd, 3-1 win over Meta Athena. Apex Season 3, they finished 5th through 6th with the 1-2, going 1-2 in the second group. And in Apex Season 4, they were disqualified. Meko will most likely continue to work well with this team, as he has done in the past and helped New York succeed in the first season. Like I'm saying, I don't know too much personally about Meko because I just don't remember his performances too well when I watched Luxury Watch Blue and all the way back at Apex Season 3. That's the last time I remember seeing them. So, let's move on to their main tank players. Yep, their main tank. Number 1 is Janos, I'm just going to say Janos, because I know Janice is wrong. But anyways, number 1, Janos, who's 20 years old. Janos is a Korean tank player and could be considered as one of the better tanks in Korea. He has helped his team stay relevant for a long time. Janos has played for Luxury Watch Blue. Results: in Apex Season 1, they finished 5th through 8th with an 0-3 loss to BK Stars. Intel Extreme Masters Season 11 finished 1st, 3-1 win over Luna Takai. Apex Season 2, they finished 3rd, 3-1 win over Meta Athena. Apex Season 3, 5th through 6th, going 1-2 in the second group. In Apex Season 4, they were disqualified. Janos is about the same amount of experience as anyone else on the team. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. As they have played as a unit together for so long. On to the next tank. Number 7, Mono, who's 21 years old. Mono is a Korean main tank who has about as good of a Winston as is Ryan, but he is one of the best in the world at both. So this equality is not a weakness for him, as it would be for some other tanks being about as good as they are on Winston and Ryan. Mono has played for Rhinos Gaming, Afrika Freaks Blue, Luxury Watch Blue, and South Korea 2017. Results for Afrika Freaks, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing their name right, but anyways, Intel Masters Season 11, they finished 3rd through 4th with a 1-3 loss to Luna Takai. Apex Season 2, they finished 5th through 8th, going 0-2 in their second group stage. Apex Season 3, they finished 3rd with a 4-1 win over Envious. And results for Luxury Watch Blue in Apex Season 4, they were disqualified for dropping out. Results with Team South Korea. In 2017 World Cup, they finished 1st with a 4-1 win over Canada. Mono is a great main tank for the South Korean World Cup lineup. He replaced Miro as their tank player, which is a really big deal. Because I'm pretty sure Miro's Winston might be slightly better than Mono's, but Mono's Reinhardt is way better than Miro's, so that's why. In case of a meta swap, they'd be better off with Mono. Which I don't think ever happened, but still, it's good that they did that. So for the supports, number 44 is Jonak. He's 18 years old. Jonak is a Korean streamer with almost no play in the pro scene that I've been able to find. He has two third place finishes in minor Korean tourneys with obscure teams. Time will tell what this flex support can do, as he wasn't eligible during the preseason, but he will be day 1 in the Overwatch League. I'm not sure if he was ineligible due to age, or if he was just not in the States in time for it. But that's all I can say. He wasn't there. We'll see if he's a really good flex support player. Anyways, we'll move on to number 2, Arc. Arc is a Korean main support and is used to tier 2 Korean Overwatch, but has had a taste of tier 1 play, and he had decent success there. Arc has played for Rhinos Gaming and Luxury Watch Red. With Luxury Watch Red in Apex Season 4, they finished 5th through 6th with going 1 and 2 in the second group stage. Arc was a big reason his team made it so far in Apex, as he is a very solid support player. So that's the whole roster for the Luxury Watch Blue. I'm going back, I'm just going to see how many are in there. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-man roster. So, 5, 6... Oh, it's a 9-man roster, okay. So they have a lot of room to grow if they choose. So, the pros for the New York Excelsior, great all-around team. They have a good core team, good teamwork, great individual skill, etc. Cons, can they beat the top-tier teams? That's my question, as they were able to beat up on Boston a bit, who I place as just finishing outside the playoffs, and it was kind of a close game, but they lost a soul, as they have all their careers. Like, this team, Luxury Watch Blue, has never beaten an elite team. Well, they might have, but they don't usually beat the elite teams. That's usually who they lose to. So, the core of this team is the Luxury Watch Blue core. This team has always been around number 1 and has competed multiple times for it, but they always came up short. They were stopped by elite teams and couldn't overcome them. I feel they'll have early success, but as other teams find their identity and play to their full potential, they'll beat out New York, which is why I have them as the number 6 in my ranks. Because my rankings were how I think these teams are going to finish off. Okay? Because I know Boston's probably going to have a really slow start, so they'll pick it up and make a playoff push, but they're at the end, but they're not going to make it, I don't think. Same thing with San Francisco. They're going to start off pretty weak, but they'll finish strong. LA Gladiators might start off strong, and I think they'll finish weak, so etc., etc. That's why I have these people placed where I have them. Florida, I could have easily placed at number 12, but I placed them at number 10 because that. So that's why, I don't know why I'm explaining every other placement here, but it was for final placements. New York's going to be a top 3, top 4 team, probably throughout the first 2 and 3 stages. But when stage 4 comes around in teams like Houston, teams like Los Angeles, Dallas is already going to be there, but I assume teams like Houston, Los Angeles, Valiant, Boston even, maybe even the Shock, they're going to come in, they're going to be elite teams, they're going to give New York a hard challenge, they're going to give every team ahead of them a hard challenge. And I feel like New York's going to slip from their 3rd, 4th place spot, and they're going to slip down, get overtaken by the Fuel if they haven't already, get overtaken by the Valiant, and get overtaken by the Outlaws. And they'll be in 6th place. There won't be enough time for them to drop out of the playoffs, and I feel like this big of a shock is going to help them avoid this from happening in future seasons. Like, almost getting pushed out of the playoffs. And, yeah, so I feel like they're going to be the 6th place team at the end of the season, but at the beginning, they're going to have a really strong start. And if this occurs, they're going to have to face Dallas Fuel in the first round, according to my rankings. If my rankings end off being correct for the placements at the end, which they probably won't be. But hey, that's the fun of doing these rankings. So yeah, that's my roster analysis for the New York Excelsior, and I really do explain why I put them at 6. As of right now, they're definitely the 3rd or 4th best team in the league. But I don't think they'll finish off as the 3rd or 4th best team in the league. So yeah. Expect a great showing from New York this opening week. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next roster analysis where I think I go over the Los Angeles Valiant. So, see you guys then. See ya!